Hey YouTube, this is Southern Prepper 1. Our president is leading us down a path that will result in a nuclear war or a major conflict with the Russians. The reason is he keeps opening his mouth. I wish the man would be quiet. Yes, I'm a Republican. I do not like Biden, but come on, we need someone in there that can actually speak clearly and precise and project our true interest. He's not doing that just because of his age. But the things that he's been saying, he was over in Europe talking to members of the 82nd Airborne, and he brought up that soon they'll be going to be in Ukraine. I don't know why he said that, but that's just downright scary. I don't think he meant it, or did he just have a slip of the tongue, or did he have a brain fart? I don't know. A few days before that, or a day before that, he called Putin a thug, a butcher. He's called him a lot of things. That's not helpful when you're trying to make a man pull out of Ukraine and stop the bloodshed of the innocent civilians there. So, the more he speaks, the more chances we are having a problem, because the Russians are hearing this and they're breaking diplomatic ties. Some of their military leaders won't even take calls from our military leaders, and that is the worst thing you can do when you don't have people talking, trying to stay not seeing eye to eye, but at least have the ability to communicate, and if there is a problem, to downgrade it as soon as possible and de-escalate it. Without that ability of our top leadership, military talking to their top leadership, it is scary. Let's see, what else has he done? He just said that they need to have a regime change and Putin needs to go in Russia. Shortly after that, the White House walked those statements back, saying, no, he just needs to get out of Ukraine and not influence his neighbors. But that's not what he said. He specifically said a regime change, get rid of them. That's not good, because it's painting Putin into a corner. If he realizes that's our goal and objective, he's not going to pull out of Ukraine because he knows he's not going to win anything. Plus, then he has to worry about us getting rid of him. So it puts him into a position where he is more inclined to push the button. People are saying, oh, he'll never do that. He's a sane person. He knows it's just total destruction. When you believe like he does, he believes in the defense of the motherland so much that a nuclear war is worth it if you can protect the motherland. He's more inclined to push the button because that's what he truly believes. He takes his country and protecting his country very seriously. Also want to bring up the economic sanctions and other embargoes and trade barriers we've put up where we're not dealing with Russia. It's sort of funny though, because we're based, all our financial system is based on a fiat currency, and we make people want it because they need to buy oil, but that is changing. If you look at the resources Russia has and you look at the resources we have, yes, we have resources in the country, not even close to what Russia has in all types of metals and wood. They have huge amounts of natural resources that they can draw from. In the scheme of things, if the dollar collapses and everything financially goes to the pit, what is worse stuff? Resources are what you would want to rebuild, and Russia has them. We do not have what we need to rebuild this country. So every time Biden opens his mouth, he makes us walk closer to the edge of the cliff. Hopefully, the people that are supposed to be handling him, because he is a very old man, will do a better job. Also, you know, prepping to me is a lifestyle, but it's also like a hobby. I am tired of this hobby. If you go into the grocery store, you go into any store and you buy things that you need, what is happening? The prices are up. It's across the board, and it's not 5, 6, 10%. Take spray paint at Walmart. It was $1 a can forever. And then it went up. I can't remember what it went up to, $1.49, $1.19. I cannot remember. I went today and I just went by the paint to look. And I think it was $2.09 or $2.14. Outrageous. So in the matter of 4 months, probably it is doubled. That's 100% increase in price. So when the government says it's only 10% or 9%, that's hogwash. everything I am picking up and putting in my cart is more expensive. I keep track of prices because I'm a cheapskate, and I look at the per ounce price on anything. Things are going up. So I hope you have listened to me, I've listened to other preppers that are on YouTube, and you got a stockpile. I call it my grocery store, I call it my hardware store. So yes, it's still painful when I go to the store, but at least I know that I still have lots and lots put back that were bought at a cheaper price. So are we in SHTF? We're in financial SHTF. We're at the verge of it. Now, this is not hyperinflation. This is just good old inflation, and we're leaning towards stagflation, where our economy is slowing down. We could be going into a recession, but you also have then commodities and other things going up in price. It hurts the working class person. I can tell everything I put in my cart is going up in price. And truly that is because of one reason. It's not because of Putin. It's not because of Biden. It's because of all politicians, Republicans and Democrats, that have authorized all of this free money, all of this COVID stimulus, all of this deficit spending, all of this print money, throw money at a problem. And frankly, I am talking to more and more people that have never bitched and complained about taxes. But if you're self-employed, you are getting hammered to the point where I've had people in business say, I had another guy yesterday, people are saying, why am I working like this? One guy says, I'm done. I'm going to shut her down. I am not going to kill myself every day and try to have workers, try to pay them, try to put money back, try to grow my business when the government takes 50%. And it is 50%. And it's actually probably more, because you have people out there, they have to pay their federal taxes, their state taxes, and if you're self-employed, you get hit with all of your Social Security taxes. Then everything's rising in price. So a lot of people, I hope, will go, I guess it's called John Galt, just go Galt, just drop it, leave the system. Also, I have a friend in the business of machining, machine shop, making parts for metal, and they are saying that there's problems because they could quote a price to a customer for 100 gizmos that they're going to make out of metal, manufacture something. But they order the material. The delivery of the material, the price will not be determined until it's physically on the truck, unloaded at your site. So parts are just the cost of material between the time you quote a price and the time you get it in. You have no idea until that truck pulls up and you see that invoice. That is killing people. You can't plan. You can't, treat your customers fairly. You have to put in there, hey, the price might go up. And then customer says, well, it can't go up because I need that part to make my machine. And then I have to raise prices. So we're in this vicious circle. I don't see any leadership out there, be it Republicans or Democrats. They're all crooks. They're all traitors, and they've sold out our financial system. They've sold out our Constitution. They have sold out the hardworking men and women that go to work every day. Is there a solution to the problem? No, there is no solution. The solution is you build your lifeboat. Please put back food. Start paying your debt off. Try to get a second or third line of income coming in. Try to be sustainable. Grow a garden. Do whatever you can to cut your costs and prepare for what's coming. And I wish it wasn't coming. As a prepper, it's like, yeah, it's my hobby. I keep up with this, and I keep up with the financial news. Really, I enjoy it. To me, I nerd out on that. I don't nerd out on science or computers or technology. I nerd out on what is going on in the commodities market. What is going on with gold and silver? What's going on with bonds? And the system's at a point that they are keeping it alive by manipulating as much as they can. But eventually, the manipulation will end, and we will find out what the value of the dollar is. And the dollar value is going to be zero. It's sad to say, but a day can come when the dollar bills in your pocket are only worth wiping your bottom with or starting a fire to stay warm. That is the sad facts. And it's sad because so many people came before us. They paved the way for us to be prosperous, to be free, just to have a better life. You want your next generation, you want your kids to have it easier. You don't want them to keep working until they always have calluses on their hands. Their back is sore. They're stressed out because, you know, bills are piling up and money is not flowing in as fast as it should be. Now, some of that could be people's fault. You got to be a wise use of your time and your money. But typically, you could do everything right and play by the rules, and you will get the shaft as the hardworking American. So, prepare. This isn't doom and gloom. This is, I guess it's reality. There is problems coming, and you got to be in front of it. You got to be on top of the wave to ride that wave, because if you're not on top of the wave is going to crash you, drive you into the bottom. So, do what you can to ride this wave as best you can. Are you guys seeing the price of all the products you're buying higher? Because it's driving me crazy, because I see my future for my kids and my grandkids just slipping down the drain. They're not going to have a future. They're going to have to work harder than me. They're going to have to work harder than my parents. So that's why, as an adult with kids and grandkids, we have to try our best to figure out a way to set them up better. And it might not be setting them up to go to college. It might be setting them up on 2 acres and saying, hey, let's build a little 800 square foot energy efficient house. And let's put in, make sure we have a garden, make sure we have a wood stove in there for you. That might be their future, so they can stay ahead of the bills. They can stay ahead of natural resources being more expensive. I hope you're preparing. I hope you're helping others prepare, because the more people you can help is more people you can rely on when the chips are down. Hopefully they remember to say, hey, you set me up. You got me going, so I have a little bit better life. Because shortages, economic depression is a real thing that will hurt you, a real thing that will kill you. Starvation occurs throughout the whole world. People die from lack of food, from lack of medicine, from lack of clean water. We could be in the situation, it's sad to say, the United States of America, if we go through a severe economic collapse, could be in that same position where you're trying to find clean water, where you're trying to find enough food, where you're trying to stay warm. There's no guarantees. We have this normalcy bias in the United States that nothing can bad happen to us. We are Americans. The world bows at our feet. The world is not going to bow at our feet. We will face the same hardships that people in Africa, that people in Asia face. Resources, a fiat currency worth nothing. So just prepare. Thanks for watching.